Oh, yeah, Brooker's Ascendancy. We're back in Brooker's. Holy crap. Regulator. Yep, there we go. Perfect. But Regulator, I think, is going to be the best pick for us. Another Regulator. Yes, I will take that. Another Regulator. Oh, boy. I'm going to have a hard time trimming cards. Another Regulator. Oh, jeez. So this is what we have going on. We are in the Brooker's idea again for drafting, but our pack one pick one was Brooker's Ascendancy. So at the beginning of our end step, we get to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature and we control, and a loyalty counter on each planeswalker we control. No planeswalkers, but that's not too surprising considering it's draft. We did actually end up getting the Metropolis Angel, which actually will work really well with this Brooker's Ascendancy. So whenever we attack with one or more creatures with a counter on them, we get a draw card. Meaning at the end of every step, we'll have a counter on all of our creatures. So every turn that we attack with any of those creatures, we'll just get card draw. And other cards that we got there of big note. Lagrello the Magpie, again, this one's a complicated card. I kind of went over it a little bit once when we were drafting. So, enters the battlefield, we can exile a card from our opponent's side of the board and a card from our side of the board that's a creature, other than the Magpie itself. When Magpie leaves the board, players will get the cards back. And if we get back a creature we exiled that was our own, it'll enter the battlefield 2 +1/+1 counters on it. So, that's the easy way to sum it up. Its text is complicated. The Adjudicators here will help fix our mana a little bit. The Speakeasy Server, enter the battlefield, gain a life for each other creature we control. 3/3 flyer for 5. Echo Inspector, so it's a 2/3 flyer for 4, but it enters the battlefield, it'll connive. So we get to draw a card, discard a card. If it happens to be a non-land card we discard it, it'll get a +1/+1 counter. Sleep with the Fishes. Taps an opponent's card down, it won't untap, and we get the unblockable fish token. We have the Inspiring Overseer, so 3 mana, 2/1, enters the battlefield, gain a life, draw a card. Social Climber, 3/2, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. We end out with 5 Celestial Regulators. Yes, in draft, you can run 5 of them, as long as you grab them. So when it enters the battlefield, we can tap down a creature an opponent controls. If we happen to have a counter on any of our cards, the card will stay tapped during their next untap step. We have the Brooker's Ascendancy, like I said before. We have Brooker's Charm. We have 2 of these. So, first ability, a creature we control get +1/+0 and deal damage equal to its power to a creature we don't control, or a Planeswalker. We can destroy an enchantment or draw 2 cards. We also have the Illuminator Virtuoso, so if we were to ever target this with a spell, it will connive. So again, draw, discard, non-land cards get +1/+1 counters to it. And since it has double strike, it means that if we were to grow this, the power on this thing will be very deadly. So hits once in first strike phase, once in normal strike. Revelation of Power. So target creature we control gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it has a counter on it, it gains flying and lifelink until end of turn. Now, this actually works really well with our Virtuoso. So if we actually target this with onto the Virtuoso, we connive trigger first. And if we manage to discard a non-land card, it'll get a counter and will gain the flying and lifelink, assuming it doesn't already have a counter on it. So that's why I wanted to put this in the deck. Also, the fact that we just have counters that are going to be placed on all of our cards throughout the game randomly means that not only is this a decent like +2/+2 pump for some lifelink, but if we have a non-flyer that has counters on it, we can give it flying. We have the Skycrier, so 2 mana, 1/1 lifelink. Since it's a early fly lifelink body, it's actually really solid. You can also spend 4 mana, make it so that you and each opponent will, you and target opponent will draw a card. So it is a little card draw value to the deck. Granted, we do have to give our opponent some, but because we can do this on turn 2 and potentially go into an Ascendancy on turn 3, this thing will spin out of control if the opponent doesn't have an answer for it, and it will be amazing. A couple Broker's Veterans, because these, when they die, will be able to put shield counters on creatures we control. So they're just great early blockers, as well as just, since they have 2 power, decent early aggressors as well. Boon of safety to protect one of our creatures with a shield counter, get a scry. An offering you can't refuse. We're going to go ahead and run this, because if an opponent goes for certain removal options, we may want to actually fire this off. And it also can counter planeswalkers. So if our opponent gets lucky enough to draft like an Elspeth, for example, we want that counter spell. We'll give them those treasure tokens. And last, we have the Hypnotic Rifter. So spend 3 and it connives. So it's just great because it's extra draw, cycling power. So there you go. That's the deck. We'll try it out and see how well we can do. Alright, we'll keep this. The reason why we're keeping, we have the mana fixing, and we have the early flyer. With Charm, we have the ability to potentially turn this flyer in a way to kill an opponent's threat, as long as it has like 3 toughness. Or we can destroy enchantments or draw cards, so... just using it to draw draw cards is actually perfectly fine. Because we do want to dig into our Ascendancy. Alright, blue-green from our opponent. Alright, no play. We'll just go for the Regulator. We're missing out on the tap-down function, but we may as well just go for the body on board. Seems the opponent might have the interaction. They could have the... we have to pay 2 more for our spell, otherwise it's a counter spell. Yep, there it is. Make disappear. It is unfortunate that they had that, but we have 4 other copies of the deck. So, the odds of us drawing it again shouldn't be too low. Go for the Metropolis Angel. See what the opponent does. Ooh, a Virtuoso. That's dangerous. We get a Virtuoso of our own. I think what's going to happen is we go for our Virtuoso, hold up an offer you can't refuse, because the opponent may have a fight spell. And if they have a fight spell, I don't want to risk the Angel into the fight spell. So we get another blue source. This is good, because now we can go Brooker's Charm. Target like this. We'll discard Sleep with the Fishies. Alright, we get the kill there, and we actually get to swing in for 6 damage here. What do you have, opponent? You don't have anything. Yep, just like I thought. Nothing. Alright. I wonder why they had another pause. Like, were they just bluff, holding control there, or were they actually having something? Yeah, no, I like that. I'm gonna give you an offer you can't refuse. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. Alright, so we get this onto the board, and now we can attack with this and get a card draw. Oh, does the opponent have actually a legitimate answer that they just didn't choose to play last turn? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright. We'll go ahead and play this, and we'll bring up the Skycrier. There is a small chance the opponent could have a sweeper. There is a white sweeper that says destroy all creatures. If a player owned a multicolored creature, they get a draw card. Or a multicolored permanent. I'm not sure about that part, but it is only 4 mana. I'll feel bad if I played into it, but if they don't have it, this is, I think, the best line we could go for. Still looking for the Ascendancy, just that way we can get it on board and grow the board. Opponent has all the mana they could ever want, so I don't know what they're holding back for. Alright, let's go for our Overseer first. Fortunately, we don't really hit too much off that. We just hit more land. Okay. That is a Fairy Vandal. We will Brooker's Charm. Still target this to kill this. Oh, we hit the Ascendancy, boys. We do lose our Double Striker, but... Oh, of course, there's the Boon of Safety right after. Oh, that is a shame. We currently already have, like, this game kind of wrapped up, as long as they don't have any way to sweep up. Now, they can bring this down. This is a 4-4. They'll gain 3 life. We won't be able to kill them this turn. But we can bring down the Ascendancy, grow our whole board. Next turn, we get to attack for a decent size, get 3 card draw. Assuming they go for this. Because then we can use Boon of Safety to, you know, hold up as a protection spell as well. What do you do, opponent? What do you do? Alright, so they do go for the Seraph. So they no longer have access to their black mana. We keep hitting lands. It's both a good and a bad thing. We just pass turn. Civic Gardener for the opponent, that does nothing. Literally, it just sits on the ground. We're all in the air. The opponent's going to use Public Enemy, which forces us to attack. But that's fine, we were planning on doing that anyways. We'll go ahead and say we both draw a card. We'll attack. Oh, we only get 1 attack trigger? Draw? Whenever you attack with 1 or more... Oh, okay. I misread this. Still only 1 card draw, but still, that is all we really need here, right? So they're going to choose to block Crier. I'm still going to protect it. Put that on the bottom. Alright. We just go wide. Because at this point, there's not much they can do short of a sweeper to get back in this. Yeah, opponent just rereading cards from or targeting for a second there. Can't even use this to block since you don't have 7 lands. If they attack, sacrifice this in something, untap land, and try to replay something, we can just easily block it. Yeah, just for fun, we'll do this. Yeah, okay, so opponent just realized we're just kind of having ourselves some fun here. But they scoop it up. Oh, we just need the blue mana. This is perfect. We just need the blue mana. I'm gonna keep it. If we top deck blue, oh, we have the turn 2, turn 3 dream. Oh, we have the turn 2, turn 3 dream. Let's go. Okay, yeah, you can have that. That's fine. I'm I am going to more than likely outrace you in this match. Oh, this feels so good. Oh no, they gave it flying. It's fine though. We have boon of safety. We have this. We're good. We're good. There isn't a world where we lose this, right? Right? Alright, let's get another blue source down since we do actually have a double blue spell. What we're really hoping to draw is another white spell so we can actually potentially play both of these. But I think there's a good chance we already have the win here is what I was thinking, but boon of safety on that is a problem because they can give that flying. But we have our protection spells or pump spells also. Come on, deck. Give us something good. Leave my ascendancy alone. You punk. You punk. Alright, so opponent does have the answer. No blocks. And we're flooding. Thankfully, we can do some card draw thanks to our Skycrier. But, oh man, it's like, I went from all excited and then we just flood. It's like, why? Yeah, come on, opponent, attack. You know you wanna. Alright, well, we'll draw a card. Alright, so let's see here. We will attack in. We will go Brooker's Charm from here to here. And Boon of Safety. It will be a trade, but we get it off the board. And we'll bring the Grifter down. Now, as long as we don't keep drawing lands, Grifter could allow us to end the game here. I just said as long as we don't keep drawing lands and game decides, hey, have more lands. Thank you, game. Come on. There we go. We actually could just play her also, but... There we go. And there's 7 damage even. Game 2. This is awkward. So we have all these blue cards, but only green mana. We're going to take the mulligan. And we'll take another mulligan. And we'll keep this one. Put this... Actually, leave that on top, because we put... See, it searches for Plains, Island, Swamp. Put this on bottom, this on bottom. Now we go get our planes. Deck has been reshuffled. Our Brookers hide up for our opponent, so we know they're Brookers as well. Or at least have a couple of the lands for it. Jewel Thief for the opponent. Good card. Let's just bring out Social Climber. Alright, Fencer's more of a threat. Alright, it's going to look a little awkward here, so I'm going to bring this down. And I'm going to exile. Yes, I'm sure I want to exile my own creature. Because I imagine the opponent's going to have a removal spell for the Magpie. And this way we get a creature with a counter on it, so these regulators will keep their stuff tapped down. See, I told you. They had a removal spell. Now, because it's re-enters the battlefield thanks to the Magpie's ability, we have a 5/4. Our opponent, though, does have a lot of really good cards. Just have to not get mana screwed here. Alright, that's actually perfect. Now, let's go ahead and tap this down. We'll attack in. We'll go on the aggressive side. I put it just gaining more life off these fetch lands. How many colors are they? So they're red, white, green, black. I guess they use the Brookers just because it hits white and green for them. Well, they have all the mana that they'll ever need. Right, so they use the whatchamacallit, blitz mechanic on this. There's no reason for me to block here. I can't block the Mayhem Patrol because it has Menace, and I don't really want to trade against the Jewel Thief. Alright, another Regulator is a good draw. Let's keep that tapped. Attack in. Use the boon, get the 2-for-1 here. Fishes is nice, but we don't have double blue, so we're going to put it on the bottom. See, next turn we can swing for 4, 9, 10, 11 in the air. Assuming you don't have removal. Rock's Pummeler, okay. Fortunately, if we go for that 11 in the air, we won't be able to get around the flyers. Alright, so... what's the answer here? I think we just keep Fencer tapped down. We just attack with the Regulators in the air. Hold back Climber. Alright, so if the opponent does an all attack in, we can just take it. Probably block Skycrier if we had that as an option. Alright. So, let's see. 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. We're actually 2 points short of lethal. But we can do the pump here to here, use Brooker's Charm, kill this, and get a bunch of lifelink. Now, this actually gives us the life, because our creature does the damage, even though it's not being involved in the combat. They get struck back, because the creature does the damage to it, so we get a ton of life. And it was more important to get that card off the board than the Rocks Pummeler, because this loses trample if... we got another regulator. This loses trample if it loses its counter. Alright, play this. Tap the Crier, because it has lifelink, and we get there. Oh, yes! That's how I was hoping this card would be so great in the deck. Getting 5 of these was nuts, because even if we didn't have the counter on our creature, this just taps it down, and we'd still swing the lethal in the air. Oh man, these regulators are so nuts. And the fact that we ended up pulling 4 of the 5 in this match. So good, so good. This is a risky keep. I mean, it's great because we have Sky Crier and Virtuoso as like 2 drops with 2 mana. But I think I'm going to hit the mulligan. This is technically a better hand. Put a Broker's Charm on the bottom. Reason this is a better hand because we can put this in exile, enchant our island, and then we can tap it for mana of any color. Or we could just draw the mana. That also works. Alright. We'll go ahead and just attack him with Virtuoso. And we're just going to pass the turn. Hold up the Broker's Charm. Great thing about Broker's Charm is this is instant speed. And the +1/+0 means that we can hit anything at power 3 if we discard a non-land with this. Alright, so they're applying some Mass Bandits to their land. Alright, so we don't even have to discard a non-land to get rid of that, but I do want to get that off the board. We'll discard an offer you can't refuse because Boon of Safety will work just fine with protecting our creature. Oh, and we hit the Ascendancy? Oh, but our mana's off. Alright, so I'm not going to use the Ascendancy this turn because I want to be able to have the double white thanks to the Adjudicators here. Because they're going to go for a kill spell. There's no way they don't, right? Yep, see? And Broker's Ascendancy wouldn't have thrown that out of the range. So we had to have the protection spell. We'll discard the land. I'm going to keep the land. Because that will be enough so that we can play the Adjudicators. No, they blitzed it. Okay. Just gonna set this up right now. So yeah, next turn, the opponent won't be able to block with one of their creatures because we can play this. And we'll be able to swing in for 6 more damage. Opponent's reading the Ascendancy. If they have an answer for Ascendancy, it's okay. We got at least a brother. Oh, hello there. How are things going there, huh, friend? Sorry, Mr. Comment. The cards have been treating me really well. We actually managed to pack one, pick one, this Broker's Ascendancy here. And the games have been going really, really well in our favor. We actually already did a full set of 7 and went 7-2. Again, in Broker's colors, because just what we've been finding is the cards. So, yeah, no, things have been going well here. How have things been going for you? Have you actually been trying out the new cards yourself? Alright, yeah, we closed this one out. I figured that we had it there.
Thank you for watching the video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe for more content. If you'd like to join me while I stream, you can find me on Twitch, the link below. I hope to see you again in the next video, and have a nice one.